A 20-year-old boy from Paris just bought a $4 million mansion in Texas. He has a wine cellar with over 400 bottles, a garage with a futuristic spaceship car, and a Nike deal that could one day put him next to Michael Jordan. But just 2 years ago, this same kid was sitting on a bench in France with a broken leg, wondering if his dream was already over. So how did Victor Wembanyama go from a fractured bone to the #1 NBA draft pick in history? And what does his life actually look like right now behind those stone walls and iron gates? Stay with us, because this story is nothing like you expect. Victor Nanga Wembanyama was born on January 4, 2004, in Le Chesnay, a quiet and simple suburb just outside of Paris, France. From day one, sports were in his blood. His father, Felix, was a Congolese-born athlete who competed as a long jumper and triple jumper. His mother, Elad, was a basketball coach and a former player herself. Even his grandparents played basketball. His older sister became a professional basketball player, while his younger brother, Oscar, chose handball. This was not just a family. This was a sports dynasty packed into one household. But young Victor did not go straight to basketball. Before he ever touched a basketball court, he was standing in goal as a football goalkeeper. He was also training in judo, learning balance, movement, and quick reactions. At age 7, Victor finally picked basketball, and it was his mother who first taught him the game. He played for Entente Elan Versailles, and things moved quickly from there. The moment everything changed came in 2013. Victor was only 10 years old when he walked into a gym and sat down on a bench. Coach Michael Allard looked across the court and saw a figure so tall that he assumed it was one of the adult coaches. When he walked over to introduce himself, he realized it was actually a child. Victor was already standing at 1.80 meters at just 10 years old. Right there, people knew the basketball world needed to pay attention to him. Victor joined Nanterre 92's youth system, and his development exploded. Not just in height, but also in skill, basketball IQ, and confidence. By 2018, Barcelona invited him to play in a youth tournament in Spain. For most teenagers, that would have been the opportunity of a lifetime. But Victor said no. Not because he was afraid, but because he believed the coaches there would not push him hard enough. At just 14 years old, he already understood exactly what he needed to become great. Still, the road was not smooth. A stress fracture in his fibula suddenly stopped everything. He spent months away from basketball, sitting on the sidelines while other players kept moving forward. This is the painful part of the story that many people skip. The quiet moments where you wonder if your body will ever allow you to chase your dream again. But Victor came back stronger. When he returned to the court, something had changed. He looked sharper, more focused, and more determined than ever before. It was almost like the injury added fuel to the fire inside him. By 2020, while still a teenager, Victor was already playing professional basketball in France. His insane wingspan, shot-blocking ability, and movement made him impossible to ignore. He earned the title of Best Young Player in Pro Basketball. In 2021, he made another major move by joining Asvel, the club owned by French basketball legend Tony Parker. Injuries slowed him down again, but every single time he returned stronger than before. Then came 2022. The year America finally saw what Europe had already known for years. Victor was playing for Metropolitan 92 when the team traveled to Las Vegas for showcase games against NBA G League Ignite. The arena was packed with scouts, journalists, and NBA executives who all came to watch the teenager everyone was talking about. Victor scored 37 points in the first game and followed it up with 36 points in the second. For a moment, the crowd went silent. Then the arena exploded with noise. NBA scouts started using a word they almost never use: generational. In June 2023, the NBA draft finally arrived. The San Antonio Spurs held the #1 overall pick. When they called Victor's name, history was made. Victor Wembanyama became the first French player ever selected first overall in the NBA draft. He was only 19 years old. Paris celebrated, San Antonio celebrated, and suddenly the entire basketball world was watching him closely. With the NBA contract came money, and with money came a new home. Hidden behind sandstone walls and heavy iron gates in San Antonio, Texas, sits Victor's Mediterranean-style mansion worth more than $4 million. From the outside, it looks like a private resort straight out of a Hollywood movie. As soon as you walk through the wooden double doors, the first thing you notice is the space. Massive ceilings rise high above polished oak floors that shine like glass. In the center of the living room sits a giant fireplace that almost looks like a throne. Then there is the wine cellar, holding more than 400 bottles. At only 20 years old, the kid from suburban Paris now owns more wine than most restaurants. The kitchen inside the mansion feels like a piece of art. The fixtures were custom-made by metal sculptor George Schroeder. Marble countertops stretch across the room, while a huge island sits at the center. Morning sunlight pours through giant windows into a cozy breakfast nook where Victor likely starts his day in peace before the chaos of NBA life begins. Connected to the kitchen is the family room, covered with custom wood cabinetry. It feels luxurious enough to host guests, but still warm enough for quiet evenings at home. The primary bedroom feels like its own private world. Stained glass windows paint soft colors across the room, while the bathroom delivers a full spa experience with dual vanities, walk-in closets, and a bathtub sitting beneath a glowing window. After nights filled with screaming fans and bright cameras, this is where Victor comes to relax. Upstairs, the mansion includes guest suites and a recreation room. From the balcony, the skyline of San Antonio stretches into the distance. During holidays, fireworks light up the sky from that exact spot. The three-car garage includes extra storage, training equipment, and even a flexible room above it that can work as a gym, guest suite, or creative studio. But the backyard might be the most impressive part of the entire property. A giant swimming pool sparkles under the Texas sun, surrounded by manicured gardens, outdoor kitchens, and covered seating areas. On hot afternoons, it probably feels like a private paradise. Before Texas, there was France. Before becoming an NBA superstar, Victor already owned an 8,400 square foot mansion back home. The property sat in a quiet and leafy part of France, surrounded by tall trees, elegant arches, and clean modern lines. It perfectly mixed classic European luxury with modern design. But in late 2023, Victor sold the mansion for $3.5 million. It was more than just a business move. It symbolized a new chapter in his life. France helped him grow, but now America had become home. Victor's car collection also says a lot about his personality. First is the BMW i8, a futuristic sports car with butterfly doors, an aerodynamic body, and hybrid technology that allows it to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.4 seconds. It looks like something from a science fiction movie. Fast, bold, and futuristic, just like Victor himself. Then there is the Mercedes-Benz V-Class, a luxury van built for comfort and practicality. With spacious leather seats and advanced technology, it gives Victor the space his massive 7'4" frame needs during long trips. Together, these two vehicles perfectly represent his personality. One side explosive and futuristic, the other calm, smart, and grounded. Victor's rookie contract with the San Antonio Spurs paid him $12.1 million during the 2023 to 2024 season alone, making it one of the highest rookie salaries in NBA history. For someone who once sat on a bench in France, wondering if his broken leg had destroyed his future, that number feels almost unreal. But his NBA salary is only one part of the story. Nike signed Victor to a massive long-term partnership, the kind of deal that could eventually place him alongside legends like Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Gatorade also partnered with him, while Panini trading cards featuring his image sold out within hours. Some of those cards were later resold for thousands of dollars each. Every company that signed Victor saw the same thing. Not just a basketball player, but a symbol of the future of the sport itself. From a quiet suburb outside Paris to a $4 million mansion in Texas. From a broken fibula to the #1 NBA draft pick in the world. From a child mistaken for an adult coach to a global icon at only 20 years old. Victor Wembanyama's journey feels unbelievable. And the craziest part is that his story is only getting started.